What small moment from your past still haunts your dreams today? It was just a Saturday afternoon, the kind where the sun spilled through the kitchen window, painting everything gold. I was 9, sitting cross-legged on the linoleum floor, surrounded by my colored pencils and a half-finished drawing of a mermaid. Mom was at the stove, stirring something that smelled like tomatoes and basil, humming softly to herself. The radio played an old song, one of those tunes that made her sway a little, like she was dancing with a memory. I loved those moments, when it was just us, the house quiet, except for her hum and the sizzle of the pan. "Sweetie, can you grab the salt from the pantry?" she asked, not turning around. I hopped up, eager to help, my mermaid forgotten. The pantry door creaked as I opened it, and I scanned the shelves, my eyes landing on a small, dusty tin tucked behind a bag of rice. It wasn't the salt. It was one of those old-fashioned biscuit tins, the kind with faded flowers painted on the sides. I don't know why, but I reached for it instead. The lid was stuck, so I pried it open with my fingernails, expecting cookies or maybe some forgotten snacks. Instead, I found a stack of yellowed envelopes, tied with a thin red ribbon. The top one had my mom's name written in a handwriting I didn't recognize, sharp, slanted letters that looked angry somehow. "Mom, what's this?" I called, holding up the tin. The humming stopped. The spoon clattered against the pot. She turned, and her face, God, her face. It was like I'd pulled a plug and drained all the color from her. "Where did you get that?" she whispered, her voice so low it scared me. "The pantry," I said, confused. "I was looking for the salt." She crossed the room in 2 steps, snatching the tin from my hands. "Don't touch this, okay? Ever." Her eyes were wide, her fingers trembling as she clutched the tin to her chest. I nodded, my throat tight, not understanding what I'd done wrong. That night, I couldn't sleep. The house felt different, like it was holding its breath. I kept seeing that tin, those envelopes, the way Mom's face had changed. Around midnight, I crept downstairs. The kitchen was dark, but a sliver of light came from under the basement door. I heard her voice, soft, broken, talking to someone. I tiptoed closer, pressing my ear to the door. "I thought I could forget," she was saying. "I thought I could keep it buried." A pause, then a sob. "He's gone, but he's still here, in these letters." I didn't know who he was, but the weight in her voice made my chest ache. I went back to bed, pretending I hadn't heard. The next morning, Mom acted like nothing had happened. She made pancakes, smiled, asked about my mermaid drawing, but I couldn't stop thinking about the tin. A week later, I found it again, this time in the attic, hidden behind some old Christmas decorations. I was braver now, or maybe just more curious. I untied the ribbon and opened the first envelope. The letter was short, written in that same angry handwriting. It was from someone named Daniel, addressed to Mom. "You can't keep running," it said. "You owe me. You'll always owe me." The words felt like a punch. There were more letters, each one worse, threats, demands, words I didn't fully understand but knew were wrong. I stuffed them back in the tin, my hands shaking. I never told Mom I'd read them, but I started noticing things. The way she locked the doors twice every night, the way she flinched when the phone rang, the way she never talked about her life before I was born. Years later, when I was in college, I finally asked her about Daniel. We were sitting in a coffee shop, rain streaking the windows. Her face did that thing again, drained, hollow. "He was someone I loved once," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "Someone who hurt me, someone I had to escape." She told me about the years she spent running, hiding, rebuilding her life. The letters were his last attempt to control her, sent to an address she thought she'd left behind. She'd kept them, not out of love, but as a reminder of what she'd survived. I'm 34 now, and I still see that tin in my dreams, not because of the letters, but because of what they meant to her. That sunny afternoon in the kitchen, I thought I'd found a secret treasure. Instead, I found her pain, tucked away like it was just another pantry item. I wonder how many times she stood in that kitchen, humming to keep the memories quiet. How many times she smiled for me while carrying that weight. The worst part isn't the letters. It's knowing she faced that darkness alone, so I could grow up in the light.